Hey there everyone, it's BTM Kiwi back here again with another Horizon Forbidden West stream. I was about to say Horizon Forbidden West 2. It's odd that always goes out. I have a feeling it's because it always starts from assuming that the Hunter Bow is the first one there, but I always thought it was up top. Oh well. Just carrying on from where we last left off, and why is that on question mark? I think I'm gonna do the machine strike. Um, I'll get that done, and then I'll go and take this ether kernel, the Gaia, and have a gobble her up.
With your blade amongst us, he's going to try, and I hope
won't let Regala take the grove.
It's the potions one, isn't it, that I need?
You are preparing to leave. You need supplies?
we'll need that ballista in good working order. Aloy, need to turn in some tags or trade some medals? Maybe you won some from hunting grounds. But if you want to turn in the parts, we need to open the arena. You'll have to talk to Kala.
Arena medals. Huh. Yeah, Nora Thunder Warrior, that's the one to get. Oh, that's cool. Instant brittle state with any impact, explosive or frost damage. So all arrows have impact. %2 chance. 3% chance. It's so low for legendary. Like, you'd think it should be like 25% chance. Maybe it used to be and they've gone and patched it. It's got tracking arrows or targeting arrows, which... Oh, what are those other ones? Mid-range referring to the marshals that uses targeting hunter arrows to direct the attacks of overridden machines and inflict extra damage against burning enemies. So I'm guessing that's what that is. That last one. No, that last one's something else, maybe explosive? Explosive and frost. Plasma. I don't have a bolt blaster, so that could be interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the correct one to have. Probably not, because it doesn't have normal arrows. The Forge Fall definitely, I think, is meant to be the good one. And this is meant to be good. But I don't know why. Like, what doesn't have that the one on it, the Tear Blast arrows, which is super important. It's got like 2 of the same arrow type, plasma. I'm not a fan of the targeting areas because I don't utilize overridden machines that way. And it would only be useful if you're overriding powerful machines, which is usually only one in the area anyway. So why would you then need to use it to take on another powerful machine? So underwhelming, to be honest, some of these legendaries. Oh well.
Earn more medals and the rewards will be great.
I found some of the tags you mentioned before.
Good. The squad mates and families of the deceased will be grateful. You're worth a dozen squads put together, my friend. Oh, and I have this for you. I hope it helps.
Well, I guess I should go.
Safe travels.
Fare thee well.
Okay, but you should know that
Alright, that's what that was.
The 10 stood firm.
I have the board ready for you if you want, Outlander. Let's play.
Alright, let's find more of the arena machine stroke. I always like this guy's videos called so I need one leap lasher. I need to change the settings on my phone so it doesn't keep turning off after only like 15 seconds. Alright. I'm actually going to back out, make sure I've got all the things. I need one leap lasher, one sunwind, one glint hort, and 2 long. So one leap lasher, I've got one. One glint hawk, it should be down here somewhere, and long legs. So glint hawk and long legs. And glint hawk, I got that. There's a long leg, I've got 2, and I need 1 sunwing.
More pieces for your collection.
Alright.
Okay, back for more, huh?
Alright. One leap lasher. Two long legs. I need one glint hawk. One sunwing. And there's the glint hawk. And we are done.
I'm going to enjoy... We'll finish this some other time.
I need to go first.
Let's have some fun.
Yes. Alright. One long leg.
Feel like
Yeah.
getting some new strike pieces, Aloy?
Leap lasher. Goes there. The other long leg. Goes there. The Sunwing. Goes there. And lastly, the Glint Hawk goes
Want
You're
there.
some
up,
new
Outlander.
strike pieces, champion? If you need
Off
any
it goes.
pieces for your strike set, let me know.
You win. And don't get too cocky.
Second board, make sure you go first. I wish we could name the sets.
Board set.
Opponent starts. No, thank you.
Don't want to play anymore?
I want to play, but I
Fine
want
with
to
me.
start. I'm the challenger, I should start.
Let's go.
Looking to collect more strike?
Guess we're stopping here.
I may have what you
I'm
need.
ready.
My turn. Leap lasher. Here. Glint Hawk. Here. Sun Wang. Here. Long leg.
Champion.
There, and the
I
other
have
long
strike
leg next to
pieces
it.
trade.
Your turn.
Alrighty-o. First up, the furthest long leg.
Champion. I have strike pieces to trade.
Ooh. You hit armor.
And then Glint Hawk.
Looks like you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. And the third board, make sure I go first.
Board set. Guess we're stopping here.
I guess you're right.
Let's go. Don't want to play anymore?
Oh, I do, but
With me.
I want to go
Wants
first.
to new strike
Let's
pieces,
have
champion.
some fun. We'll finish this some other time. I'm going to enjoy taking you down.
My turn. Hoorah! Leap lasher. One goes there. What's the only leap lasher I have? Long leg goes there. Another long leg
Looking
goes
to collect
behind
more
it.
strike pieces? I may have what you need.
Sunwing goes here. And then Glint Hawk there.
Board's all yours.
So first up is a Glint Hawk.
Feel like getting some new strike pieces, Aloy?
That one's off the board. That's a lot of victory points, but I can still turn this around. I hope.
If you need any pieces for your strike set, let me know. Want some new strike pieces, champion?
Here I go.
So, I'll take out one of my pieces, but they leave theirs exposed.
It's gone. Show me what you got.
Looking to collect more strike pieces? I may have what you need.
That's the last of my boards. You've beaten them all.
There's dignity in defeat if you learn from your mistakes, Piccolo.
Yes, Lecta. Good game.
As for you, I hope to see
Feel
you
like
at
getting
my
some new
table
strike
soon.
pieces, Aloy?
Huzzah!
Guess I better keep practicing.
On a tremor tusk that Regala's rebels have captured. These challengers should put on a show.
Ready to play strike, Aloy? Are we playing or trading? Ready to see what a real game of strike looks like?
Can't wait.
Thunderjaw strike piece, eh? Let's see if this person has the video for the master one. Right. So we want one lead flasher, one glint hook, one skydrifter, and two long legs. Two long legs, one lead flasher, one glint hawk, and one skydrifter, so I've already got it. Okay.
I won't go easy on you. Have something else to do?
No, I need to go first.
Show me what you got. We'll end things here for now. May the best player win. No shame in stopping here. Let's begin.
Yes, finally. Alright. Long leg goes here. Got a glint hawk. It comes there. Lead flash behind the glint hawk. Next long leg here, and then the skydrifter next to that.
Your move.
Alright. Wow. Um,
Thank the 10 for that armor.
I can't believe it. That was amazing.
It seems as if I'm no longer the best strike player in the clan lands.
You sound okay with that.
Revel in victory too long and even the sharpest blade becomes dull. I think it's time to start playing with new boards. I bet our carvers can give us something that will keep us both on our toes. If you'd consider practicing your skills against me again.
I like that.
May we never become complacent then. I'd like to give you this. Something to mark your victory. I look forward to our next game.
cool.
Let me know when you're up for a game or two.
I should get going.
Come back if you feel like playing some strike.
Cool.
The Ten would take pride.
I heard from our...
That's pretty neat. Drill spikes. Oh, I got a legendary one, eh? What from? Instant crow chance. It's kind of crappy though, because it would be nice if we could get, because then just the blue rarity one, that's not even purple, blue rarity has a 12% increase to acid build-up and damage. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Still not as good as like, all these purples, and they're kind of crap. There was one that was good that I liked the look of. There's either this one or the other one. Low health range, low health valor. I think it was this. Wish there was a button that you could just press to do to get rid of all the new notifications. Alright.
Like to give you a thunder jaw piece for beating her, huh?
Traitor.
She sure has a sense of humor.
He's the one who killed the squad.
I think the desert land. The Ten stood firm.
I kind of wish there was a like a campfire in here, because there's just so many resources in that area that it's like it'd just be handy, just quickly travel in, get what you need, get out. Alright. Save it, just in case something happens, and now let's go.
Don't let the
Now, do you have something? No.
landscapes fool you.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Some training, eh? Wink wink.
Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
So this Hephaestus, he's like, Gaia's own personal blacksmith.
Yeah. A very angry one.
Guy's like my Uncle Lauren.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone, or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
Save our souls.
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending a transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
Silence, perhaps.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
West exit to upgrade my gear.
Drone's reconnected now.
Survey drone 237 perhaps is there.
Excellent choice.
I wish it would just hurry up. I don't need any of this stuff happening. I remember this one. This one was where a shell snapper was. That first one that I already picked was where the Thunderjaw was, so it'd be nice if we could see it, but... This one should be plain song.
An excellent choice. Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to, but I must warn you. It may have taken measures to...
I'll be careful. You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
That'll be a relief for the Tenakth. One of their villages is still recovering after a mudslide caused the whole place to flood.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. What can you tell me about
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and...
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay. The missing subordinate functions.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods, in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus, after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So, the greatest all working to build the terraforming system while the feral plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
So that must have been with the Frozen Wilds DLC.
From the data on your
I didn't know it was from before the end battle.
That Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
Maybe I could go and just force
the
it.
Aether was installed on was part of
Go
an
back,
ancient
grab it,
war museum.
force it.
A
against
memorial
its
to
will.
something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures returned to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
Considering I went connected to the drone to the one where the Thunder Jewel was, there was no machine in real time roaming around.
I'll keep a lookout. I found a bunch of records left by the team that designed this place. It was like they made a memorial for themselves, so that people in the future would remember them.
During Zero Dawn's development, many staff wondered and reflected on what their legacy would be. Though this world did not end up as they imagined, I believe they would still be proud of its accomplishments. And they would be glad that someone found their stories.
Alright.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Ed.
See you later, alligator.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Okay, that's the... normal stuff.
I should go to my room and check out the focus I found in that rebel camp.
Strange.
Maybe I should just use it. Considering I can fully upgrade it, but then that would probably be a waste. A legendary one, eh? Slaughter Spine, I presume. I wonder if I can ride it.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a martyr.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan?
I was sent to the Kulrut. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him. Like one would a father, I was too blind to see the fear in his fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal.
When we were at the Bulwark, they got the wings of the Ten. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it, the feeling of freedom.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he...
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped... There was little more to be said.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best.
Indeed.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the folk... So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the...
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit it is strange to see an Utaru in the ranks. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that were guarding this base.
Interesting.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
I thought I would be able to have a conversation with him about going to see
Looks
Gaia
like this
to
room's
talk about.
changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Is this one of the new rooms?
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Where have I seen this before?
Private accommodations, huh?
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
A ship? One of the spaceships?
Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in. Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
The Toladore?
Gaia, what was this room for?
This
Simulations.
was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost in the Apollo database.
Let's do that. Another room. What for? Oh, I'm back in the sleeping quarters. Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Okay. The focus I got from the Sons of Prometheus is encrypted. But with a little time, I should be able to hack it. There. Got it.
Aloy, it seems you've recovered some property that doesn't belong to you.
Well, you're not surprised to see me? You know, after you tried to sell me out to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab?
Hardly. When I realized the lone huntress had been raiding Regala's camps, I knew you had escaped. Subtlety is not your strong suit. From now on, I suggest you stay away from rebel operations. You're meddling with something you don't understand.
What I understand, Silence, is that you've doled out machine overrides to dangerous people, and stoked up a tribal civil war. Again. I'm gonna put a stop to it.
Fine. Stubbornly blunder ahead as usual. Your efforts will only slow the inevitable. A warning, though. The Sons of Prometheus are very tenacious, and they want your head. There's nothing I can do about that now.
Oh, I'm scared. What will I do without your protection?
You should be scared, Aloy. More than you realize. But I have better things to do than educate you. Best of luck flailing about in the fog of ignorance.
Ow! One of these days, I'm gonna shut that arrogant mouth of his. permanently. But first I have to figure out why he's doing what he's doing. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia
So I'm going to finish up in a moment, guys. So I hope you have all enjoyed the stream. If you did, you know, so you hit that follow button so you get notified when I go live next with whatever I go live next with. I'll also be exporting this to my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in checking that out, follow the link underneath the live stream panel as well as in the description. I upload all my clips and stuff to there, so I can't do that to Twitch, so that's one of the good things about that. So if you guys mosey on over there and like what you see, then why not hit that subscribe button, as it would mean a hell of a lot to me, and I'd very much appreciate it. Likewise, if you're on my YouTube channel and want to find my Twitch so you can see where I do all my live stuff, follow the link in the channel banner as well as in the descriptions.
Rust helped me make it.
So drop a comment on stuff you guys would like to see me do next, or things you think I could be better with, or just like pop in and say hey. And I hope you guys are all having a great day or great night wherever in the world you are.
I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here. Varl looks happy about his train.
Learning is best done.
Have you gone back to Plainsong?
I thought about it. The chorus already thinks me. If they knew what we... Even if they understood, there'd be little they could... This. No.
Sounds like you met my...
Yes. The Karja Huntress. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the man.
Yeah. She's... You've spoken with...
A few words. Tanakh, you must have made quite the
So you've been...
Yes. She was including their demise, and the hero... I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn?
You've been getting to know Erend, I...
Of course. In this case, a very...
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list. She helped me decipher some of... and showed me how to use... It's not easy, but...
That's good to hear. I see you've set...
Gaia did say this place so we could regain control of our lands with her. Nurture them like the land gods do. It does strike me as odd that a place of life...
Did Gaia tell you anything about...
She did. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as... It is... and heartbreaking. That such...
So, how does it try warriors like...
By holding... When our fields bloomed aplenty, But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary, and in the end, the Utaru promised to provide the Tanakh with food from our crop. In exchange, the Tanakh would relinquish a veteran to train the Utaru. This custom was abandoned a few years, but some veterans still remain.
I believe I've met them. I've been meaning to ask. You didn't seem to be on...
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on When the Karja invaded they burned our fields. Those who were too weak to make the trip back
to be sacrificed.
I was helping the healers back then. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some others believed the dishes would keep us safe. And while they bickered, I buried this.
Couldn't have been easy.
I come from a small village. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that... I moved to the dishes when I decided to... when the Red Raids began, but the injured kept pouring into Plainsong. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but the smell of burning flesh haunts...
I'm sorry,
I made it a point to demand that we take a stand. I was denied.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. News of my disagreement. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja, but we also knew the lay of the land better. We ambushed smaller, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their...
Sounds like you were forced to be...
Enough that the Tanakh took note. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Baron.
You said you were at Barren Light when...
Tanakh marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt then attacked. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full... What happened next was, when all the dust and blood settled, our enemies defeated. I went back to Plainsong. It didn't feel like I'd...
Is that when you...
I thought soothing the suffer. Then you came along. I could either sing at people's graves...
I'm glad you chose... Right.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from...
Maybe. We'll know...
Be careful.
We will.
Alright. That's everything.
I think we're all better off without it.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hard...
Really?
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Alright. Well, peace out everyone. I'm just gonna end it there. It just keeps going on and on and on. I hate when games do that. I just wish I could save it in menus and stuff, but oh well.